Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hey, do you have one of those pivot doors in your RV? So did we, and we hated it. So we changed it out. Come along with us and we'll show you how we did it. Hey, and right now don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a like and some thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video. Hit that subscribe button. Do it now. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, so let's go check this door out before we start to dismantle it. And we're not going to take it completely apart, but we're going to take all the molding around the door off so I can get some solid measurements and go down to Home Depot this morning and get the correct door ordered. And we're also going to order some paint to paint the door and also the trim molding around the door. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. Okay, you'll notice that this is one of those pivoting doors that my wife and I just can't stand. And believe it or not, Keystone has gotten away from this. They've gone with the regular opening door. So we're gonna change this out. No, I'm not gonna order all this from Keystone. I'm actually gonna order this from Home Depot. I think I can get it from them pretty easily. It will come out really nice, I believe. So let's get started with doing some measurements. So we're gonna take this molding off. This molding is gonna come off, and then we'll also remove this molding. I mean, this door, trying to get by this door or get by the toilet. You see, there's not a whole lot of room here, and you have to scoot yourself around it. So by changing this door to a regular door, I think will be a lot better. And so we do need to take some measurements before we take the molding off to make sure that the new door will operate normally. So let's go get a tape measure and we'll do that right now. Okay, so I'm sorry that I don't have Stephanie here to help me. So we're going to stick that in here. We're going to measure all the way over here. And that is 25 3/4. Yep, 25 3/4. So if we measure that at 25 1/2, that'll give us a little wiggle room. And we can shim this side over here and put the molding on. I think it'll come out really nice. Yep. So 25, and let's go ahead and take a couple of measurements. Yeah, we're going to go, wow, that's 25 1/2. And 25, yeah, that's about the same. I'm going to get a couple of good measurements up there. So I think, yeah, 25 1/2. Looks like that is going to be perfect. Put this on regular, so 25 1/2 wide. Okay. And then we're going to make the door, should be an 80-inch door. Let's see. Yeah, that's an 80-inch door right here. Alright, so we're back and gonna, now that the doors have been ordered and I got them painted, we're going to remove this door first. This is the hardest one. The easiest thing to do would be to take out this track right here, and that way I can kind of pull this door down with it. So let's do that first. We'll take this track off. So we got this off, let's get rid of it. We'll just toss it out. Oh yeah, you know, this was coming apart all by its little lonesome. And they sure didn't. 2 screws, huh? Wow. That's the Keystone products there.
That was before COVID.
Yeah. Now we got to finish taking out the rest of this.
So if this doesn't work, are we just putting up a curtain?
Yep, that's it. Just a curtain.
That would be bad.
Nah, it'll work.
So why are you taking the door down, Dad?
I don't like that door.
The way it pushes in to have to go inside it halfway. Kind of?
Yeah, because the toilet's right there and you can't get by the toilet. You barely get by the toilet. Okay, so now the first thing we got to do is we got to measure out this jam, so we know, because we're going to have to make a special jam for this, because it's not very wide. So we're going to make this. It looks like 2 3/4. So we'll check it in a couple of spots. Yeah, 2 3/4. Yeah, 2 3/4. Let's check the other side. 2 3/4. 2 3/4. And we'll just check one more spot down here. Yep, 2 3/4. Alright, so 2 3/4 inches, almost 3 inches. Standard door jamb is 4 to 6 inches. So let's go out, and we purchased a pre-made jam that all we have to do is rip it, and then we'll be able to cut the bottom just a little bit to make sure, because they come at 81 inches, and ours is, let's just double check. Ours is actually, ours is 83 inches. So we're going to have to come up a little bit. We might have to add a little piece down below later on. So we're going to install this one at 83 inches. Okay. Alright, so 2 3/4 wide is what we're focusing on right now. Okay, so we do need to measure the header first before we go down there. This is 25.5. One more time just to double check it. 25 and a half. But what we do have to do is we need to put the jam in, because the jam is notched at the top, so we'll have to measure that without the notch. So let's get the jams cut first, the side jams cut, and then we'll put the header, measure the header that way. All right, let's do it. Okay, so we bought this jam at Home Depot. So let's see how long we've got. So 81 3/4, and we have 83. So we will have to go buy a little bit of wood to put at the bottom of this because it is a little bit tall, but that's what we want to have happen here. So we don't need to cut this off any. We'll just have to push it up. And then this is at 37 and a half. So let's do the first thing that we got to do is we need to set the table saw up, cut 2 3/4 inches. We only got a couple of nails in there, so we're in good shape. Alright. Look at that, 25 inches exactly. Alright, take it down, measure twice, cut once, right? Yeah, look at that, 25 inches exactly.
Good job.
Okay. Alright, sorry about that. We had to take a break for a second to get this saw set up. This is actually our saw. And we're just going to mark this at 25 inches. Okay, so now we're ready to go. We got this saw set up. When you set up one of these saws, let me show you how that's done real quick. I always use my speed square to do it. So you can come around here. Alright, so we're going to set this blade, make sure it's correct. It is. We are at, and then I want to make sure that it's square up and down. So I'm going to do the same thing here to make sure, so it's square that way too. So now we know that the blade is square.
What size blade is that? What size blade are you using? What size blade is that?
Well, this is a 12-inch blade, and it is there's 80 teeth on it, so that it's a nice clean cut. If you're going to do rough cut, you can have a lot bigger spaces in your teeth. And this particular saw has a laser. I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know if you can see the laser right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got a delivery from UPS, so we'll hang tight until he leaves, and thank you. She leaves, sorry. Before we crank this up. Alright, so we'll check it just to make sure that we're on the back side of that line. That looks good. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Now we can fit this up in there and we should be good. Okay, so we're going to try to fit this in. And, oh, look at that. Good. Wow, fit right in there nice. How about that, huh?
Cool.
You got that right the first time.
Close that door before you hit your head.
Wah! All right, well, let's go ahead and put some nails in there. I think we're good here, so we can finish nailing this in place.
Only 3 nails, huh?
Okay.
Good job. Well, I guess that'll fit that curtain pole pretty good now.
It's not going anywhere, which is what you want in an RV. You want to make sure it's tight. Okay. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is we're going to bring the door in. We're going to put the hinges on the door in the garage. And then we're going to bring the door in and we're going to fit it. And we'll mark where the hinges are here so that if we want to router that out, we'll be able to. Okay, so I'm going to put the hinges in, and I use this bit right here. This bit, if you can see, it's kind of tapered right here. And then as I push down, see the drill bit come out? So what that will do is it will actually put a pilot hole in the hinge so that when I put the screw in, it will be in the right spot and be flat. Oop. So let's do the first one so you can see how that works.
Always make sure your hinge is in the right direction.
Yep. So we'll do the first one. You can see how the hole's right there. And then you flip this around and look what's on the other side. And I bought this kit at Home Depot. It's a kit with 3 hinges in it. And I'll leave you a link down below.
Cool.
Once we get the first one in, then we'll be able to...
I'm out. Okay.
And you don't try to jam it down all the way, a little bit at a time. There we go. That's nice and tight. Got my little helper here. Thank you. Alright, so now that we've got the first screw in, we'll do the other 2.
Think maybe you can leave the drill bits in the heads and look too on this drill.
Well, And those screws are nice and flat. They're nice and flat and nice and flat. No, they're not. Which is the whole deal with this bit right here, is it really makes it nice and you get it right the first time.
Oh, lights. Okay.
Okay, so you see it fits. I just need to mark where the hinges are so that I can router them out. I'm just going to use my speed square. Okay, now I can do this a couple of different ways, but I think what I would like to do is I'm gonna actually need to push this up first. So I need to go get a couple pieces of wood and raise this up. I can't do it from there. So let's do that. Let me go get a couple pieces of wood and we will raise this up so it's in the right spot. Oh, I almost missed that. All right, so we're back. Actually, it's the next day. Got the door hung. We found some smaller hinges that fit perfectly. So put that. You almost can't see it because I've started to work on getting this doorknob drilled. Now this is a Milwaukee doorknob jig. And so we're going to use that. I'll leave you a link down. I got it from Home Depot. But we'll leave you a link down below on this bad boy. Now, one of the things that you have to know is that a standard doorknob is at about 37 inches. And you could adjust that any way you want to. I'm going to keep it at about 37 inches. So I'm going to adjust the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. And that way you'll be able to watch me do this. Okay, so we're getting ready to do this doorknob. So I'm going to put it in place, and I'm going to do it from this side. And then I'm going to measure it from the floor just to get it right. Okay, we need to raise it up a little bit. Right there. Okay, so now it's in place. Now it's important that you don't rip out the back side here. So you're going to go slow and easy. You notice the kit provides you with a Milwaukee hole dozer. All right. Maybe what we'll do is we'll turn around the back side now, see where it's come through, and we'll finish it off right here. Okay, and that takes care of that. You can see that's a solid, that's a solid door. And now we have the first part of this done. So now we need to drill that. So let me get the other hole dozer set up and I'll get that done. Alright, here we go. That's it. That's all there is to that, huh? So that shows you what you don't do. You don't put too much pressure on it. So there we go. That looks good. Alright guys, so it is Monday afternoon. I was not able to get it all finished up over the weekend, and we had to hustle or bustle because it was getting dark, and I wanted to at least get the molding all up and get the door hung. So I did get the door hung, and I got all the molding up, and then today I came back this afternoon after I get off work and got all of everything primed. So let's take a quick look so that you can see it, and then I'll get the door hung after we get everything painted. I should be able to come back tomorrow afternoon and get everything painted. Hopefully it won't be too cold. I'm kind of racing the weather here because it is a little bit cold, and I can't paint it unless it's at least 59 degrees. So it was 65, 66 degrees right now, so just barely above where I need it to be able to paint it. So hopefully it'll be the same way tomorrow. Otherwise I gotta come back Wednesday and put a second coat on it. So let's take a quick look at where we're at. Alright, you can see all the white. You can see everything's been primed. And it's all ready to go for me to get it all painted. So I come in and show you the inside. You can see all the molding, and it's coming out really nice. I'm pretty happy with the way the door hung, and getting all this primed up. I may put a second coat of primer on it, but I doubt it. We'll probably just go for it. Alright, that's it for now. Gotta wait till tomorrow for this primer to dry, and then I should be able to get the first coat of brown, or dark, kind of a brownish greenish paint. We tried to match it as best we could. It's not exact, but I think close enough. So once we get done, I'll bring you back on the camera, and we'll show you after the door gets hung and put back on and everything put in. So all of the hardware is being changed from a nickel plated to a black. So let me show you how those door handles look. So you can see a little bit of kind of an outline of bronze color, and then the rest of the doorknob is black. And we went with the handle instead of the straight doorknob, which is what the cheap stuff. And I'm going to change this knob as well to black with the bronze edging. And here's the doorknob for the bedroom. So I want to go to change that door out, hopefully later this week, so we can be done with this part of the project. And I'm not gonna recess these hinges. So you can see these hinges. The Keystone doesn't do that. I don't think I'm going to either. So I've already got the hinges ready to go for that. So we'll get this door. And the reason why I'm doing this is because these are wrapped, and the wrap is coming off the back. The heat does that. And we're going to change out the barn door at some point in time. We'll have to order a custom door for that and change that out to the same way. So that's it for today. Now let me look around here. Okay, so that's it for today. And as soon as we come back tomorrow and get the first coat of paint on, I'll show you how it looks. And that's it. See you tomorrow. Hey guys, the door project's done. Let's go take a peek. So here we go. You can see it is done. And we put black hinges and black doorknob on. That's kind of the way we want to go. And if you'll notice, we got smaller hinges. These are 3-inch hinges instead of the 3.5, and they fit beautifully. Yep. And we got all of the molding in. Let me turn the light on in here. You can see we got all the molding in. We got a little bit of paint cleanup to do. We got to figure out how to get this paint off of the RV on the inside here. Oop. Came out beautiful. Came out real nice. I just got to get the paint, the extra paint. I've got some here and a little bit over here that I think I should be able to get off with a little bit of hot water and a brush. But we'll give it a shot, see what happens. But it came out really nice. Turn off that light, because right now I'm on battery power. But yeah, the door came out great, guys. I'm really happy with it. So Stephanie, we don't have to scooch by the door to get to the toilet now. It left quite a bit of room. So that's it for this video. Thanks for coming along. We really appreciate you watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. So we'll see you on the road.